Hey, how's it going? I promised this video a long time ago. Sorry for the long delay. Just never been a good time to actually make this. Unfortunately, this vehicle is down right now. Still running, but I am down one cylinder. The lack of tune and boost on a nice day, cold day, wasn't too good. I put a hole in cylinder 4, but she still runs and drives. Just starts smoking. But I'll share a little of the build info for right now. So, supercharger is straight out of a boneyard. I actually got it out of the Joliet You Pull It junkyard for $90. Sat down and with a little elbow grease, shined it. Actually, that's the guy that did all the work right there. It's a industrial Black & Decker from the 50s. It'll try to break your arm if you let it. That and actually it was a lot like a port job. You just gotta do an extra step at the end, which is with the buffer. The wheel you use after you sand the whole thing down is I think it's an Edsel wheel. It's a hard buff wheel. Really starts smoothing it out real good. So your Pontiac 3800 series motors with the superchargers on it, M90s with a super fast mini lower plenum. It's actually a whole kit when I got it, but I believe if you talk to them, you can just get the lower plenum they will sell you because you don't need the rest of the accessories. It's for dual belt setup, and we only have the single belt. You don't have to worry about it. As you can see, the fitment is tight with the box. I know this box drives everybody crazy, but it is an actual cold air intake. It's hard to see, but it pulls right behind the radiator support up front, behind this headlight, and pulls in right about right there. To this particular motor, nothing has been done except for fuel injectors. It's 197,000 miles. That's probably the reason why I heard it the way I did. I'm sure I also blew the head gasket, but this definitely bank 2 is hurting right now. It's running great off bank 1. Had to do some adapters here in order to get this to work. Actually, if it wasn't for 2 kits, because I also did buy a prank parts kit. This is their adapter plate right here. But I also had to make another adapter plate. This is the TL adapter plate, drilled out both ways, so it's screwed in this way, and I have studs coming out this way. It's hard to see, but it's countersunk to make it all fit. That map sensor needs to be relocated. It's in a bad spot. I need to put it down there with the rest of them. But I am building a new motor for it right now, which is currently right there. This is the J37 A1. Where's my tag at? Why can't I find the plate on this? There we go. So the J37A1 is going to go in here. I still got to take that head apart. This head's almost done. It's hard to juggle all this work and life and the money it takes, the tooling that it takes. It takes a lot. The injectors are changed out in this particular vehicle. Accurate TL injectors. Spliced in. I did have to cut the old injector harness to make that happen. I do have 1000cc injectors that are going into the motor. I also did buy 2010 Acura TL 6-speed manual super handling all-wheel drive that I will be stuffing underneath here at some point. I was not prepared to buy that vehicle, but it ended up coming up on Facebook Market and I couldn't resist it for the price. So that would be a donor vehicle to make this 6-speed manual and super handling all-wheel drive. And then it will allow me to tune this vehicle. The J37, that particular motor will be going in so I can drive it around and start doing more to this. Right now it's been just in storage mode as I gather the funds to continue, because the money that I did have for it went into that TL buy. But it was running strong for a year. I did play around with 7 pounds. In the summertime, it was taking it all day. But on the cold November, it was almost reaching 8 pounds of boost. And that seemed to kill it right on the highway. The runners are poured and polished on this one. I've taken all the wiring apart and cleaning the motor, polishing it on the inside. But it is dirty right now. It's been sitting underneath the cover for about a year. Just got it on rollouts. Suspension is still done. Custom coilovers. Still need to finish it. That's the spot the legs go bad on. This car is from North Carolina. Brought it back to Illinois. Does not get driven. In the wintertime. This is a Tennessee car. I've had it shampooed. Could use more. It was a family car. I got it with 186,000 miles on it. I was in rough shape for my likings, but with the condition of the underneath and no rot, I couldn't pass it up. me show you the inside. We're gonna find the keys. Did replace the inside with LEDs. That back one right there hooks up to my phone, and it's got like a party mode and it dances and shit. The front does not. I did change the dash out to LEDs. The boost gauge, pillar pod, is actually out of a Ford F-150. Well, you do have to modify it. On this back side right here, let's cut it down and use the hardware that comes with it. Drill your holes, and it fits like a glove. Really does. Full LED pull out, and even the air conditioning is changed out to blue. Exhaust is currently off this and on my other vehicle. Oh, that one's been taking all my attention, and it needs to be going into this one. I do own two of these. The other one's not as nice. It's from Ohio, and they have salt just as bad as Illinois, so underneath has rot. Surprisingly, on that one, the two front ones that rot out are not, but the side sills are completely gone in that vehicle and cannot be lifted from its body tabs. Not going to say this is a cheap build. It can be a cheap build now that I know what I'm doing, but it took a couple kits and a couple tries in order to get this to where it was at. I mentioned it earlier, no tune. That's the one problem with these vehicles. Computer has not been hacked. I've never heard of a tuned Saturn Vue. Some other person once claimed they had a 3.7 in theirs, but couldn't provide any pictures of it. I'm sure I can't be the only one that is trying this stuff out there. I wish more people would reach out or maybe even post theirs. I'd love to see them. So yeah, there is my 2006 Saturn Vue Redline. And the heads that will be going on the freshly rebuilt 3.7 motor. Why 3.7? Well, it's just going to be lighter. The only reason, besides it being free. So when free's involved, you're able to rebuild it at a lower cost and make it look fancy. I do have my own powder coating oven. Another project waiting in there. This motor is just factory rebuild. I do have rods and pistons and a whole slew of stuff, but with buying that Acura